Hello, my name is Christy Sanger, and I'm one of the co-directors of the Association for Healthcare Emergency Preparedness Professionals. We're excited to release our emergency management professional standards, and today I want to tell you a little bit about what we've done. First, I want to tell you a little bit about AHEPP. We formed the Association of Healthcare Emergency Preparedness Professionals in 2014 to provide healthcare preparedness professionals with the best range of strategic, educational, operational, networking, and planning resources they need to learn, to lead, and to succeed. Our mission is moving preparedness forward, and we have been trying to enable every single one of our members to fulfill his or her professional goals with great competence, speed, and the highest quality standards. Moving preparedness forward is a mantra that we say often in the association, and we hope that these professional standards can move the profession of healthcare emergency management forward. We have a number of membership benefits that are listed here. We provide monthly education to our members and monthly networking opportunities, along with an annual conference, many online resources and networking opportunities, and leadership and mentoring programs as well. Now getting to the professional standards of emergency management. These professional standards were not meant to replace Joint Commission, DMV, CMS, or any other regulatory standards that fall onto healthcare facilities in themselves. These healthcare emergency management professional standards are meant to define the professional duties of a healthcare emergency manager to further to ensure knowledge, skills, and ability are in place for these individuals filling this role. A healthcare emergency manager is an emergency management professional within the healthcare or public health sectors, and that's the definition that we used. We had a number of members sitting on committees to create these professional standards. We had a large professional standards committee that fell under all of these 4 subcommittees fell under. But essentially, we had a domains and competencies committee, a diversity and inclusion committee, an education and assessment committee, and a certification and eligibility committee. All of these committees will continue to be ongoing committees and will continue the work that they've been doing to further and update and improve upon all of the professional standards that we already have in place. Just a quick shout out to some of the folks that have done a number of things for AHEPP within these professional standards, and want to give a special thanks out to Angie Santiago, who has done the lion's share of the work when it came to getting these thoughts and competencies down on paper and getting them organized in a fashion that is something we can use as a profession and work with. Also want to give a special shout out to Angela Devlin. Without her and her push to make sure that this got off the ground and started working and gave us a number of a variety of support, we would not have these professional standards. So what we reviewed to get here, this is just a short list of some of the things that we reviewed to ensure that these professional standards are complete and all-inclusive. And now to the professional standards. We have 5 domains: leadership, preparedness, recovery, and response. And diversity inclusion sits in the middle and integrates into all of these domains. I'm sure that if you've been in this profession for a while, you're noticing that mitigation is not listed in these 5 domains. We determined that mitigation and preparedness go hand in hand, and mitigation, all of the mitigation competencies are under the preparedness domain. So under this domain, we have leadership. Here's an example of our leadership domains. We have a lot of description within each of these domains, and you'll see that in the document when you start looking at it. So this is a few of the bulleted points under leadership, and you'll see this with each domain. There's lots of description and more information on every single one of the domains. We also have competencies listed. Right now we have 14 competencies listed. And under each competency, as you can see, number 1 is awareness and training. If you go into awareness and training, there is further description around awareness and training on what we meant by awareness and training. And so when it comes to that, creating a training strategy to educate staff and essential partners of their roles within emergency management program and all phases of emergency and the role of incident command system is part of the awareness and training competency of an emergency management professional in healthcare. So that's where we got that information, and that's how we use that information. And then under each of those points, there's also learning objectives. So under that capability, there's a learning objective of the participant or the emergency manager should be able to create a training strategy which educates leadership teams on their roles during all phases of an emergency. So that's just an example of a piece of this and how this reads. And so we just want you to be aware of this as you go in and dig deep into these professional management or professional standards to ensure that you know what you're looking at and how these are organized. In no way do we think that we're done with these. We know we're missing some. We expect to continue on in the future working on these. This is a fluid document. These are just some of the things we know we're already missing as we publish version 1 of this document. So as we move through the professional standards, we expect this to become a pathway to certification. So essentially, first, we need to introduce the domains and competencies to these candidates. Then we need to educate the candidates on those professional standards and make sure that they are able to demonstrate the skills, knowledge, and ability needed to ensure that they can certify. And then eventually, then they will actually demonstrate those competencies within a certification process, and then they will get certified. So within the realm of healthcare emergency management professional standards, we hope to, at some point in the near future, have a textbook. We hope to have a study guide. We hope to have virtual training and in-person training and certification. So we really have a lot of work to be done. This isn't finished, and we have members and many of the folks that are friends of AHEPP working on this as we speak. This is a short list of what the expectation is from a certified healthcare emergency manager. This is listed in the document as well. I'll let you read that there. But and this is a list of the things, the qualities we expect that a certified healthcare emergency manager will demonstrate. Our guiding principles of certification are that it's credible, it's free from elitism, it's attainable, accessible, affordable, and we want this to be widely adopted. And if you're looking for these emergency management professional standards on our website, they are free and access and they are accessible to all under our resources tab as the first listing as circled here in this slide. So we hope you take the time to go ahead and click on this link, grab those professional standards, print them out, mark them up, and then we hope you join us in October and provide us some feedback to these professional standards. We hope that you'll find ways to use them, and we hope to hear back from you about how you're using them, how we can improve on them, and what we can do with them in the future. Thank you for your time today. My email address is ksanger@ahep.org, KSANGER@ahep.org, or you can email us at ahep@ahep.org if you have questions, comments, feedback, or anything that you'd like to discuss regarding these healthcare emergency preparedness or emergency management standards. Thank you for your time today.